It is increasingly being suggested that filmmakers these days are concentrating on making films for audiences abroad. Subhash Ghai's blockbuster Taal hit the top of the global charts. Taal has ranked among the top 60 films in Hollywood. We have with us this morning director Subhash Ghai himself. Good morning and a very, very happy New Year.
A very happy New Year to you, to all of you, and really wish you a great year, rather great century ahead.
And thank you for joining us despite your hectic celebration and schedule.
Yeah. It was a great evening.
All right, Mr. Ghai, what do you think was the reason behind Taal's success abroad?
You see the few factors that the audience abroad, they have realized the importance of seeing films in theaters. You see, in the last decade, they used to see our movies through VCR and on small screen. But now they have started appreciating our movies because in terms of technology, we are getting better and better. They can see that our movies are as good as any other international movie in terms of photography, the sound and everything. And we are also better. And the look part of it is as good as the international movie. But they also see that these are Indian movies, depicting Indian values, Indian families.
Something they miss probably.
Yes, they miss it. So that is why the action movies are not there. Only family drama and the human relationship and the respect for parents, respect for relationship.
Because action movies, they can turn to Hollywood.
That's they can always see action movies, James Bond movie. And
so do you think from a social cultural point of view, given that there is a huge bank of NRI, non-resident Indians, and they're growing in number by the day, and they're isolated from their roots, and the issues you talked about like values, like contact with the roots, they'll always miss it. Do you think this represents a big market opportunity in the years ahead?
100%. It's going to be a huge market, and it's very imperative for us to understand one thing. You see, this last century, 20th century, the first half of the century, we wanted to be free Indian, right? Then the second half of the century, we wanted to be true Indian. Territorial Indian. But I'm sure the 21st century, the call is that we have to be world-class Indian.
Global Indian.
Global Indian. Because you see that India is getting wider and wider. So today is not only India, it's India worldwide. So it doesn't matter today whether somebody is in Ranchi or somebody is in Chicago. They're all Indian. It's like that you are in Delhi, I'm in Calcutta, and he's in Bombay, right?
So the barriers of information, barriers to entertainment are moving away.
Yes, that has worked a lot. And because of the global equalization, and we are coming near to each other, it's very imperative for us to see to it that we depict our Indian values through our movies with a better look, with the international standard. And we have a huge patronage. Because I feel every performer looks for the patronage first. You see, what kind of patronage I'm getting, and if the better audience you get, you want to grow as a filmmaker too. Not all the time you go on jogging on the same place, making a
same formula.
Same formula, mass.
Mr. Ghai, the year 2000 is going to be very important for you. You're going to be 25 years into making films. How have you seen yourself evolve? You talked about a filmmaker has to grow. What has your journey been like?
Well, I think I'm entering into the 25th year of my direction as my profession, but I feel that I'm as young as 25 years old guy because I have to regenerate, I have to retrain myself, and I have to be a brilliant student and as strong a student as any 24 years or 21 year old guys, because I'm taking a lot of interest on internet, on research work, on the things are happening. Rather, these things are exciting me much more than it used to. I was very depressed in 80s. You see, when I grew up as a filmmaker after Kurz, but I had to make all those kind of film for just masses by usko samajh aayega nahi aayega, टांगे वाले को समझ आएगा नहीं आएगा. But now I can think of time ahead. I can create better things.
Pardes or Taal was not directed at the masses.
That's right. Because now I'm making a movie what I would like to do. And I know what people like. People who are educated, who can appreciate cinema, who can appreciate good dance, poetry, music, drama. So I can say that.
So what you're saying is audiences have actually developed. They have kind of learned to appreciate some of what you would like to say, which
Positive.
previously would have not been understood at all?
Positively, positively.
But Mr. Guy, you're making all your films here in India, all right? You're functioning from here, maybe shooting abroad. How does it feel that, say, a film like Tal does better abroad and is not, does not get that much of a response here in India?
No, India, it has got a very good response also in all metro and mini metro
No,
cities.
perhaps it's
But
better
question is
outside.
when you design a film, you see, whenever you design a particular thing, like you cannot ask Mr. Hari Chaurasia or Shiv Kumar or Ravi Shankar that you go to Ranchi and entertain people, you see, or go to Hazari Bagh and 1.5 घंटे का उनको राग सुनाइए, see, वहाँ पर तो वही यात्रा और रामलीला चलेगी. So there is definitely a discrete segment of various audience, you see. So you need to understand, so you have to relate with the audience. So you design your play, you design your film, so what kind of audience you are going to speak to, and you must understand their language. You have to be very friendly with those people who are there. So it is imperative and it is necessary for a filmmaker to grow also, to develop also, because people expect from Subhash Ghai to give a better film. So not only the masses, but classes also, even the students, whether they are student of music, drama, dance, or cinematography, whatever it is. So it's my responsibility. So I need to make better films.
So staying with audiences and the cause of better films, if you go back maybe 50 years, I mean, you talk about the Guru Dutt era, film in India at that point of time was comparable to the best in the world. And then it disappeared. Then for a long time, there was, the quality was bad, it was directed at the masses,
If you
like
look
you
at
say.
cinema, Indian cinema at 50s, in 50s and 60s, that time we had a middle class audience, an educated middle class audience. That time we never used to see masses to see film. Lower middle class people, they used to hate cinema. They would ban their children to go to movies, and poor people never used to go to see movies. Only middle class. That's why you could see Bimal Roy work over there, Sharat Chandra or Rabindranath Tagore or Bankim Chandra's work on the screen. So there was a literary work. It was the Pyasa films. आज Pyasa film आप बनाएंगे, ये 70s 80s में बनाते तो नहीं चलते. So those good movies were there because of the audience. That is what exactly I am saying.
So it's coming back.
Performer has to have a patronage. So that kind of patronage was there. Then suddenly in 70s 80s what happened? The masses took over the cinema, and Young Angry Man was born, and there was a fight between have and have-nots all the time, and people loved it.
The 90s was an era of the youth.
The 90s was the era of the youth, where people started thinking positive, they started going to cinema, they wanted to enjoy the magic of cinema, the sound, the magnum visuals, the content, the characterization, the storytelling.
What about the future? What does the future hold?
Yes, I'm very positive about it, because ordinary and filmy film won't work. You have to go for the new avenues of a human experience. You have to depict better plays with better characterization, better performances. Of course, look is there. Look is everywhere today. You can see that.
Well, thank you, Mr. Guy, for joining us this morning, and we hope to have you back on the show once
I'm
again.
honored.
And wishing you a magic millennium in the years ahead.
Thank you.
Thank you.